let's make this short and sweet because I have like 31% battery even though I let my GoPro charge all night. Let's discuss driving in traffic. So some of us commute to work. I do. Most days, unless we're going to have a torrential downpour or there's going to be a lot of rain. To me, it's just not worth it. But I'm fortunate that I have that option. I live relatively close to work. Actually, that's one of my complaints about driving to work is that the ride's too short and I don't really get to enjoy it. Although it is at rush hour, I'm not on any highways, but I'm on a busy road, a lot busier than this one. Let's just, I guess the best way to put it. So, riding in traffic, I gotta tell you, it's often frustrating, and I'm finding myself even more frustrated in a car because I'm not as nimble like that guy is and like I am. Okay, so riding in this kind of traffic, as you can see, positioning is key. Now I'm about, I don't know, a quarter mile away from the light down there. That's pretty goddamn far. Oh, pretty gosh darn far. And sometimes you're at a light that you might be at the same light for two, maybe three different times. All right, it's happened to me before where that has been the case, and it is extremely frustrating when you are just stuck in this kind of traffic. But here's really what I want to talk about. As far as riding in traffic, your head has to be on a swivel. Now, we all want to be on those long, windy roads with those twisties and enjoying ourselves in the open road, but sometimes this is what you got. Okay, granted, I'm very fortunate. This is January 19th to be exact, and the temperature outside is around 72 degrees. Yeah, that's a benefit that I have, but traffic is a major component of this. So, what am I doing all the time? Well, as far as I'm concerned, I'm always trying to find a position where I have the best line of sight, okay? And that sometimes is over here to the right, but I think I'm kind of limited. I like, when I'm in the right lane, I like to be over on the left side of the right lane so I can at least see what's going on in front of me with the other lane, so I know I may have options. A big problem is your following distance. And like here, okay, when I come to a stop, I want to be alongside. This guy's giving me more space on the left and the right, so it works really well for me. I'm always looking in the rear view mirror. I want to see what's going on. Is the car behind me going to stop? Is the car behind that car going to stop? Typically, once I get to about 3 cars stopped, then I can sort of relax. In this case, I can't really see back that far, but now I could see that, you know, it's going to have to take a train to plow through all those cars before it gets to me. But as you can see, I have an escape path right here if I need it. Now, here is one of the problems. These lights tend to be long in Florida. I'm not going to sit there with the clutch pulled in gear the whole time. That would be the right thing to do, and that would be the preference, okay? For sure, that would be the preference to do. But because these can be so long, I'm just kind of, I guess, lazy, and I don't want to be pulling it in. All right, head check, let's go over. Now, I know this opens up to 3 lanes soon, but it doesn't last long. My following distance right now, it's not the best, to be quite honest with you. I'm doing 30, 35 miles an hour. Sometimes I can come through here slightly above the speed limit, which is 35 miles an hour. Another head check, and we're looking good. Anyway, now, another thing. I have the sun, because I'm heading south, but I'm heading slightly southwest. The sun is going to be setting in a little while, so I have a lot of glare in my face. So here's the thing. If I have glare in my face, the other people around me have glare in their face too, more than likely, and they're going to be suffering from the same limited view that I do. So again, this is another reason why we want to be really hyper vigilant. All right, now look at me. I am going pretty slow, 30 miles an hour, so I'm a little bit close here, a lot closer than I probably should be, and I just need to pick a lane and stick with it. So now I have more space here. I'm looking behind me. All right, the Lexus is going to stop. All right, look through this mirror. I can now kind of adjust it, and I can see I have lots of cars stopped in both lanes, so now I could relax. I can relax a little bit. I don't have to worry about holding down the clutch or anything because I think I'm in good shape. All right, yes, it's still working. So a lot of the time you're going to spend in traffic is going to be sitting at a light. Now, I heard someone said, well, you know, you can tell the professionals because they're only leaning to one side with one leg when they come to a stoplight. Well, you know what? That's great. I have a cruiser that I can reach in flat foot. I want to relax. I'm not worried about looking cool. All right? I want to relax. It has nothing to do with being new. I'm 55 years old. I got my first bike when I was 9. All right? If I want to put 2 legs down, I'm going to put 2 feet down. All right? That's the bottom line. All right, same thing. Repeat itself all over again. Right? I'm going to look. The cars seem to be stopping. See how far I got? I got basically nowhere. All right, but this is what I want to show you. I want to show you riding in traffic. All right, it kind of sucks. Now up here, in about 2 more lights, it's going to open up to 3 lanes again, and I'll be able to spread my wings, so to speak, a little bit more. All right, I don't want to be in this guy's blind spot, so I'm going to pull up in front of him, which is going to cause me to be on this guy's ass a little bit. Not happy about it. See, he's already braking, but people could see me coming from behind, but when I sneak up alongside him, it's not so good. Very boring, not kind of exciting motorcycle riding, although it's still enjoyable. It's better than being in a car. He's crossing over. I'm going to go over here, and I have still good line of sight from this side of the lane. I really don't like being in the middle very often, except when I'm just completely by myself. It gives me options. So here we go. Now look, this guy wants to come over. We know it, so I'm going to go over, but I don't want to be in his blind spot, so I'm going to kind of go, you know, relatively close to him and say, hey, I'm here. And it looks like I finally have a spot up front, and there we go. So now I got a spot in front, so now what do I got to do? All over again. What's going on behind me? There's the car. They're coming to a stop. There are 2 cars behind them. They have a stop. Everything's looking good. All right. Now I can relax. I don't have to sit there holding my clutch in for no reason. And 1, 2. Yeah, call me a newbie, right? I want both feet down. It's my option. When I get the new Multistrada, that might be a different story because I'm not going to have such an easy reach to the ground. Maybe I will just kind of lean to one side. But again, do what makes you comfortable, not what people tell you makes a difference between a newbie and someone who's experienced. All right? To be quite honest with you, it doesn't matter. So what matters is that you drive safely. That's what matters. So now life is good. All right? I have myself some space. I can see the side of this car. I'm paying attention. I'm going to go over to this side of the lane. All right, I'm going to get past him relatively quickly. And oh boy, look at this. It's a Florida Twisty. Oh, Florida Twisty. Should I put my knee down? Wow, there's my excitement for today. That's a Florida Twisty right there. Oh, amazing, isn't it? Anyway, make good decisions, okay? Think about what you're doing. Look at your position. I'm still looking in the rear view mirror. All right, one of the two. All right, let's have a little fun. Have a little bit of fun. Pick up my head so nobody can see my speedometer. Because, of course, I'm going the speed limit. Right? We don't want anyone to see that. Crossing over into another county now. Hey, entering Broward County. Another side of a car. I'm going to move over. Right? Off the throttle a little bit. just always being hyper vigilant to everything. All right, so you got to see what it looks like when the traffic is really thick. You got to see what it looks like now when it thins out a little bit. You can kind of spread your wings, cool off the engine a little bit, enjoy it a little bit. But this is what I have to do to get to, sometimes to a ride that I really want to go to, you know, where I really want to go to. Once again, here I am looking in the rear view mirror, hyper vigilant. What's going on? They're stopping really far behind me. Everyone else is stopping. Okay, I feel pretty good about it. All right, now if you're fortunate where you don't have to put up with traffic like this, count your blessings, because not all of us do. The trade-off is I get to ride year-round comfortably. Okay, comfortably ride year-round. Now here's the problem here. Some of these people like to cut the corner and they run you over, or they, you know, they squeeze you out. I'd rather take the inside lane, because most of the people like to go wide when they make the turn. When I take the outside lane, you have a tendency for people to really push you over, because they come around their turn, and instead of staying in their own lane, they have a tendency to slide over. Now, I'm heading over to A1A along the ocean, and this is going to thicken up a little bit. Now, I could have been to the ocean a long time ago, but I chose to go south and then cut over and then go north. I could have went south and north on A1A, but honestly it gets kind of boring after a while. All right, this thing's still going, huh? Yes, it is. Now, again, no one's behind me. All right, I'm just going to put it in neutral, a little bit of rear brake, front brake. All right, I like to use my rear brake. I like to use a combination of both. All right, still no one behind me. I'm pretty comfortable. Okay, time to relax a little bit and let's move on. Come on, you can do it. You can go. You can do it. Press the gas, right? Oh, just in time for this. You know what? We're not going to play this game today. I am not going to play this game today. I am not waiting for another drawbridge. I am really sick of drawbridges, to be quite honest with you. I've kind of had it up to my neck with drawbridges. Another drawbridge, another long wait. No way, Jose. Not going to do it. Let's go back to a busier road, and I'll give you a nice view what's on the other side of that drawbridge some other day. It's got a lot of sun in my eyes here, so I got to take it easy. Instead, I'm going to sit in line here with a light that's going to take for probably longer than the drawbridge. Ah, look at that, it already turned. But again, constant repeat. I'm looking in the rearview mirror. There's a truck pulling a boat behind me coming up. I have a bit of an escape path here to the right. I'm already facing that way. I'll put it in gear because this guy's not stopping yet, but he's nice and slow, so it shouldn't be an issue. And again, just move forward, go with the flow. I hate text messages when I'm driving. Anyway, no view of the ocean for anybody today. I'm too cranky for that, I guess you can say. I'll take the middle lane. Hey, you know what? I'll take this lane. Head check, come over, looking good. Let's not stay alongside this guy too long. All right, and away we go. Nothing going, nothing going. There we are. We'll head back into Boca, get out of Broward County and head into Boca. I actually have a roundabout that I go to often that I kind of like. It's kind of fun. Sometimes I'll just go in circles around the roundabout for 4 or 5 laps and then I'll leave if there's not a lot of traffic. Often people don't take the inside lane of it anyway, so I just look like a little kid going in circles like I'm on a racetrack.